Okay, you can start now.
Okay. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you find yourself this evening. Today, we are going to learn about Chi, Asante Chi, and so our course is on comprehensive course in Asante Chi. And in lesson 1, we are going to learn about the Chi alphabet and its sounds or sounds of the Chi alphabet. The following are the letters of the Chi alphabet and the sounds associated with them. We have 22 alphabets in the Chi language. We have the A, which is pronounced as A in Chi. That is A in Chi. So sound between the A in apple and in calm. So in calm, we pronounce A as calm. And in apple, we pronounce it apple. So in Akan or in Chi language, that is Asante Chi, A is pronounced as A. Example is the DA, the A with it, we do pronounce it as da. That is da. That means to sleep. And da means every day. Note, we need to note something. Note something. All Chi vowels can either be long or short. When A occurs before I or U in a word, it has different meaning or quality represented in this lesson by as in A, that is DAA. The A is dabi. Dabi means no. And we also have the A here. That is bedu. That is 10th born. Okay. We also have B. The B is pronounced B in Chi, B. Example is A, ba. The B, remember. So we have the A, we have another A. So A, ba. As I said the B is pronounced as what? B. So when we have A and B and A, it's pronounced as A, ba, ba. That is seed in English. Aba is seed in English. We also have D that will be pronounced as the in Chi. And the D is, example is D-I, So we have D-E. So the I is not really pronounced, it's in a silence form. So D-E. So the I is basically pronounced more or less like the E. So D-E-D. So D means to eat, to eat. E in Chi stands for two sounds. That is I, pronounced as A in a day. E, or A. So I is day, as in day, A. So we have the I, the E here. E stands for two sounds. That is one, as in day, A. So we have the E. We are talking about the E. So we have example, they means noise. And we also have say. That is now, present, now or presently, as we are speaking. It often occurs in the same word with, example, we have the E that we are talking about, this E, that is fear, A. So fear means house. And we also have bue, the this is the E that pronounced as A. So we have bue, that is to open, pronounced as in sit, okay? So I or you, example, me, the E, remember, we are talking about the E, me, so me, that is I, me, that is food or to have eaten enough. Main, okay. It's often okay in the same word with or example, the E. We do say ehene or ohene, the the E is so ehene or hene. Some of the books, when you read through some of the Akan books, or sorry, the Twi books, you see that the ohene is pronounced, or we do spell it as OHENE. Some of the books also do spell it as ehene, that is chief. And then the same we are talking about that we pronounce as we say adie. Adie means thin, a thin or thin. That is in Twi. And the same pronounced as in get. Okay, so we are talking about the this one. So we are done with the E and we have the as in get, the E here. How we do pronounce the E here? For example, yeah, this is it. But because we can't write this one with the word the word application, that's why we do, when we are writing, we do write this one as the same as the E, this kind of E. Okay, so we have a year, as in EYE. We say, we pronounce this one as yeah, a year. The Y is pronounced yeah. Okay, yeah. So a year means it is good. The same here, which we do spell as the E, we also say that fair, the remember this one. Okay, so we have fair. Fair means what? Beautiful. In Twi, the sound when we say fair means beautiful. Okay, we have f. Okay, from E and this one, we come to f. The F is pronounced as f. Okay, so we have fa means to take. And then we come to the H. The H, we have H, her, ko means there. Pronounce as in seat. Okay, example, D, and then we have the E, D, as in eat. We have P, that is plenty. Then we come to K, K. K is pronounced as K. In Akan, we pronounce the K as K. And then the K, ko. So the O, you add the O, remember, O to it. O is O in P. So ko means to go. And then we come to okay, M is pronounced as so example is ma, as in ma. We remember we said the is so M is so ma means to give. Then we come to N, which is that is a Twi language. That is example here. We have the N, we have O and M. The N is the O is O, and the so num. So num means to drink. Okay, O stands for two sounds. Example, go. And then we also have the O here. We come to yo. The Y is pronounced as yo. Yo means all right. It's often occur with I or you in the same word. Example is owo. In Twi, when you say owo means death. Bio, as in English, yes, BIO, we pronounce as bio. That is again. That is what it means, again. Pronounce as in bo bo, bo, o, to drink. And then we have pano, that is bread. It often occurs with o as in o. O, when we come here with p, o, we pronounce it as in o, o is pronounced o in the same word. Example, a, ko, ko. So the o is o. So a, ko. A ko means chicken. Mo, mo. This one is the e. The one spelled as the e here is emo. Emo means rice. And then we have p. The p is pronounced as p. That is, example is pam. Pam means to sow. And then we come to r. R is a r. Example of the R language where we do use the R sound is bra. Bra means to come. And then we have S. So we have example of the S is sa. So to cry. Okay. And then we come to T. You pronounce as in do. And we also have BU, which is pronounced as some of the sound in P as in boo. U is pronounced oo. So B. So we say the sound as boo. Boo means to break. Some of them, we have the sound also. H-U-U. The H is pronounced as hu. So H is who. Sorry. The U is as in who. So who means arrogant. W stands for two sounds. Pronounced as in war. So in P, war. W, woo. The W. So we have woo. Okay. So woo means to die. And then we come to example, some of the sounds in P. You have area. Area means sun. Area. Some of the sounds in P, it means sun. Re. W is pronounced as re. Re means chill. And then we have when. W-E-N is pronounced as when. When means to guard. Okay. To guard. And then we have some of the sound. The Y-E is pronounced as yeah. Yeah means to do. Or some do also say yo, yeah, or yo is the same thing. Yo or yeah means to do. And then we come to letter combination in the Akan language. Sometimes we do join one or more alphabets to form a letter. Example of such letter is DW, pronounced as J, or J, okay, with pursued rounded lips. J. That is, example is Jane. So in Akan, we pronounce the DW as J. So example is Jane. Jane means to think. And then J in Akan, we don't write J, rather we write JY. And we do pronounce JY as J. Okay? As in judge. Example is J means to receive. And then we come here. We also join HW together. And that's how we pronounce sh. Example is she means look, to look. As in sh. We also have HY. We do pronounce HY as sh. We don't write SH in Akan language, rather we write HY. So example of what we are saying is she, as in sh. Remember, I said the HY is pronounced as in sh, SH. Okay, and so HY in Akan language example is she, as in SH, as in sh. And she means to wear in the Akan language. Cool. KW is also two words joined together. As in quick. As in quick. Consonant with quick. So example is in quang, the NK. So, sorry, the KW. Quang, means soup. Okay, and KY is pronounced ch in tree. Ch. KY is pronounced as in CH in English. That is ch. So as in church. KY is pronounced ch, as in church. Example is che. The EY, that is che, that is hand. And then NW pronounced as in she. Okay, she, that is rounded lips. And then we combine two or more as it occurs in Spanish and in Espanol. Okay. Example is enyum. Enyum means to leak. Okay. Then we have nyame. Nyame means God. I think we need to end here for today's lesson. And then tomorrow we are going to continue with a combination of two or more letters to form some of the Akan sounds. Thank you very much for having me today.